Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome, everybody, to another Georgia Archery podcast. I'm your host, Big John Chandler, and this is where we talk about, well, anything and everything to do with archery in the state of Georgia and Georgia archers, wherever they may shoot. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody had a great weekend. It is just me, myself, and I. So all three of us may get in a fight, and we're going to have to take turns talking. So get in here and let's talk. Send some messages. Give me some comments. Where'd you shoot this weekend? What'd you do? Did the rain get you? It was a pretty weekend, so most folks got to shoot and have a good time. So tell me all about your weekend. What you do? What's up, Bear? You doing all right? Got a few of them in here. We're slowly but surely getting everybody in. It's always what happens as we go. So, what up, Dad, Mr. Parrott? Mr. Parrott, Mr. Scott Parrott, the man of many hats. He's been doing for a while. Y'all had a crowd this weekend. I know that for a fact. This is actually streaming live on Facebook and on Instagram this time. I'm trying to see how that's going to work, and on YouTube. So great time for sure. Happy Wednesday from Florida. I hope y'all having fun. I hope the weather's good down there. Well, let's see. What did I do this weekend? Well, I worked on Saturday, and on Sunday, my daughter had to work, so I didn't get to go shoot. I wanted to go see old Scott and his whole crowd over there, but I didn't get a chance to because she had to go to work, so I had to get her back to work on time. So cut a little grass and straightened up the yard a little bit, and that's what I did this past time. That's great. She can get some practice in outside in the prettiness. So what else did everybody do this weekend? Trying to get everybody coming in. It's one of those things, just me, myself, and I. And it's hard to interact with somebody when it's by yourself. This weekend should have been the RBO shot this weekend, but it should have been the Kentucky shoot. And so a lot of clubs around the country had fundraiser shoots for the Kentucky. Since everybody was scheduled to be at Kentucky, they had a real big one up there, and just did a little tournament. It just from the cruise ship, just removed yourself from the cruise ship. Just get off. See ya. Bye. Gotta go. But yeah, so RBO ended up with 40 target fundraiser shoot to raise money for the tornado victims up in London, Kentucky. And they ended up with 110 shooters. They also raised $10,000 to send to London to help with the tornado, destruction the better word. I don't know what another word would be. Scott's here, but he did tell me to tell everybody that if you won the silent auction in his video, if you go to River Bottom Outdoors on Facebook, he has a video and he announces all the winners. If you were announced, then contact him, because some people didn't leave phone numbers. So if you heard your name on the video, contact him as soon as possible so he can get your winnings for your silent bids to you. Also, I know he just posted, and we just talked about it also, even though we hadn't quite got there yet. But he was supposed to have a qualifier, then he changed it. He removed it to a regular shoot this weekend. And he has decided to cancel the RBO shoot for the weekend because of weather. And he said to me, he told everybody, go to Big Creek and have some fun. He's trying to figure out how to shoot with a bad wrist. You have to tape it up hard. That's no doubt about it. I got some friends who have some bad wrist, and they definitely, the struggle is real, Bear. The struggle is real. So, but that's what happened this past weekend is RBO had a 2-day shoot. There was places in Kentucky that had a couple of days shoot. Because usually this was been an ASA weekend, nobody schedules shoots for that weekend because, hey, most of the guys that shoot 3D are shooting ASA. So that's how it ends up going. So just plain tired, Scott. I know. I could see it in your video. I could see, let me just pop that up so everybody can see how big that is. They just plain tired. Yep. Seen it in your video. It's been a long month. I know it's been a long month for you. So should have just had Scott come on in. He's probably eating dinner. Don't want to be seen. He's got a face for radio, so you know how that goes. In the spirit of Kentucky, I have some Kentucky spirits. How about that? But yeah, that's what happened. Anybody paying attention to USA's World Cup participants? Anybody been watching the World Cup? The USA's got some representatives over in Turkey, and just so happens we all know one. Everybody knows that old Curtis Broadnax is over there, and he qualified second, tied score-wise, just a couple of X's difference. So congratulations, Curtis, on qualifying well. So, oh, Don. Tell Don I said hello. It's been a while. The man, the myth, the legend, Don Bailey. Man, this music's like slow. Let's find something a little more upbeat. There we go. Got a little Cajun boil going on. A little music. Kick it in the house. Where all the norms at? I hope everybody's having a good time. I really do. I try my best to come on here, and we have usually, a co-host or so forth, but sometimes you just don't, everybody's tied up, but I still have, Don, it's been a good time, and it's been a while. I hope you're doing well for sure. But let's see here. Get this, get me over that music a little bit. Hope I ain't blaring everybody's ears out. How's the audio? Everybody good with audio? Scott's in there he's gonna start typing every 2 minutes to keep me distracted so that I don't have nothing else to talk about but what he's talking about. Yeah, so if you haven't been watching, Curtis Broadnax was doing his thing this past weekend, or he went over to Turkey and qualified first, and I haven't watched. They're supposed to be shooting right now, I think, if my math is correct. Let's just pull it up while we're here live. We can just look at it and see what they're doing. Results. Oh yeah, it's live right now. Let's see here. Curtis did he was shooting very well when he left. He hung out and let's see, compound meal and brackets. They haven't started their brackets yet, so don't know where that's gonna fall. They take the top 64. So they're just starting out, so we hadn't seen all that yet, and we'll see where they probably got the recurve brackets are running first. So yep, they're live doing their thing. So what's up there, Jeremy Jarrett? What up there, Jeremy Jarrett? How's the world treating you, brother? My friend from Alabama down there doing his thing. Your wife gave you some lessons to teach you how to shoot a bow yet? Oh, me. Yeah, it's been a good one. TAC in Pennsylvania happened this past weekend. Of course, they had a bunch of rain, a bunch of weather, but they ended up with 1,600 plus shooting at the TAC event in Pennsylvania this weekend. Started back today. I hear you. Mr. Lopez is in the house. I hear you. Yeah, TAC events have been something else. I know everybody's going to be chomping at the bit to go to the next ASA, because it's like you Jones. If you miss one, oh my God, the next one you got to go, right? So everybody wants to go to Illinois, go see Superman. In case y'all don't know, there's a grocery store right there around the corner, and it's called the Big John Grocery. No affiliation, but I've had several people send me pictures of Big John in the grocery store there in Metropolis. Yeah. Okay, Scott, you ain't going. Something's wrong. Woo! We know better than that. Don't tell another lie. Yeah, Jeremy, you're 100% right. It is amazing on how many people will go shoot a tournament, because it's not about score. I'll be honest with you. I've shot them. It is not about score. It's about survival. 100% it's about survival. It is definitely about survival. That it is definitely total archery challenge. Not just can you shoot your bow, but can you climb the mountain, calm your breath, calm your nerves, get your legs back under you, and shoot that 84-yard shot. Hunters do make up the biggest part of archery in general. All about trying not to lose the arrows. They're 100% right. If you can come back with all your arrows from a tack event, you've done well. It is not an easy task, as you can see by the pictures of the tote full of arrows after an event. It is ridiculously crazy. But it's a different type of event. It really is. I mean, we don't have tournament bows, long bars, the whole 9 yards. I mean, these are hunters that are just, and I'm telling you, those guys in the Midwest are like mountain goats. They can climb up down that hill and run up down that hill. Jeremy, I'm a fat guy. I'm not a mountain goat. And it was hard. I'm not going to lie. It was hard. But it was one of the most fun things to do. 145 is definitely the biggest class ASA has right now. It is the biggest growing class, I should say. I don't know about the biggest class, but I know it's growing faster and faster. I think the mover sight was the biggest deal for the long, to move you from an open setup to the 145 with a mover. I mean, that's just, it's just, that's what my setup has been. I've always had I've shot a single pin forever on my hunting bow. So I think that was a great move in ASA's direction to grab the hunters. And they don't care about shooting 20 and 30 yards. That 45 yards is nothing, So maybe we should put the Hunter 45 and change them to the Hunter 60. Let them shoot that known distance course with the known 50 guys. What do you think, Scott? Because what they don't know is Scott carries the smallest target to the farthest distance because it's lighter. Yeah, IBO is definitely catered to the more hunters, and it's like I said, it's I watched a different podcast the other day of another person being interviewed on a podcast, and that was one of the things he said is ASA is the Southerners, more flat land, right? And then the IBO is more of the Midwest with hills, So you're not to say that ASA can't be in all the different places, because they have plenty of ASA state in multiple states in the Midwest for sure. But it's just where it leans towards. Reinhardts are tough to judge. Well, you don't carry targets. You just range them. What up there, Chuck? Good to see you, Chuck. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, we talked about this weekend because Scott shot this past weekend. Raised a lot of money for London, Kentucky, and now we're just sitting around jaw-jacking about what's going on in the world of archery. So I hope everybody's listening and doing. I have a crowd of folks watching on Instagram for the first time. The problem with Instagram, if you're over there, is I can't see comments. So I apologize if I miss a comment from Instagram off of my software. It doesn't quite bring it over to me. So you're hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit. That's what my co-host used to say, like a loose tooth. That was what Robbie used to say. So that's a line from his thing. He's been working. Man, get cleared from the doctor so you can start shooting again. I hear you. That elbow, that knee, or whatever. Shoulder. I'm sorry. It's one of those things that bends. That shoulder has been, an aggravation to you for sure, right? Plus your heart problem, right? Isn't that what it was? And it's one of those weird things that you don't know is happening until it happens. More like a hangnail. I hear you. You got to get that hangnail fixed, man, so you can get cleared. Yeah, the heart this time. Yes, sir. I know you had some shoulder problems before, and then you got it cleared. Now you're on the heart. Dude, you know, it is what it is. You don't know it shows up. There is no rules, no classes, no restrictions. Oh, let's push this up here, Scott. Boom, so everybody can read it. He was talking to Eric because Eric was talking about the ASA versus the TAC. And there's it's not a bad thing, but it's what the draw is. You know, it doesn't make a darn if you miss every target. Those guys are not gonna, doesn't care. Sucks getting old. I feel you, brother. I'm moving it every single day. It's wake up. Yeah, it's definitely a combo at all. I am just super surprised that they put on almost twice as many events this year, and they still got the participation at the events. Does that make sense? Like when it was just a small 8 or 10 events, people would plan because it was, hey, I'm going to go to the closest one I could. But now they've added several, and now, they still got the same amount. Yeah, I'm 71, minus a bunch. I ain't as old as you, I can promise you that. But I do get to shoot in a senior class now, so I'm old enough to shoot in a senior class, which is a good thing. I'm telling you, this is the most fun I ever had shooting an ASA this time in a senior class, because when I when I showed up there, I put my glasses on to see my sight, walked up there, hit the rangefinder, walked back, and I'm going, oh, hey, what was that range again? And we all figured it out because he goes, welcome to the class, because you can't remember from the stake to your bow what the turn range number was. And we also could complain about my elbows hurting, my knees hurting, my whatever's hurting. We didn't talk about the newest video game that we were playing, Fortnite or, Minecraft or, Turbo, whatever. So that's what I liked about that's what I like more about shooting in the senior class, is I just fit in better. I didn't do like you did, though. I didn't go senior and then go straight pro. That's something I remember when you did that. Worked your way all the way up, come back out, did it again, and then turned senior and went pro again. Hey, my hat's off to you, brother. Now you're just wearing a different hat and a different thing now. Well, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and figure out who's shooting this weekend. Well, they're 3D, the Big Creek Archery, is having an ASA qualifier, and I think it's Saturday and Sunday. Also, the S3DA State 3D Championship. That's where we'll find out who got the Shooter of the Year, who wins the state championship, who gets a belt buckle, and all of that to finish out the S3DA for the year. Good luck to all of the kids that are signed up to shoot that event. Also, the North Georgia Traditional Archers has their 3D shoot in the Gainesville. So those are shoots that are going on this weekend. RBO has canceled theirs, unfortunately, and he's just tired. So yeah, you're still older than John. You're not. Yep. John just feels old sometimes. If you're going to the S3DA State Championship this Saturday, come by and see me at I'll have a little booth. We'll have some shirts. I have a whole bunch of youth size shirts, smaller type shirts, small, medium. I think I have a few larges and maybe extra large. I don't have any of the big boy shirts. Just so happens that I'm a big boy. and we sold a bunch of the big boy shirts, but I'm going to give them a discount. So they're usually $20. We're going to do 2 for $20. So you get 2 for the price of 1. So come by and see me if you're at that event this weekend. Yes, it's going to storm this weekend. That's sure. Ooh. I was looking at the schedule. There's a couple of ASA qualifiers left. The Big Creek, and then there's a few more on the list. I think down there in Savannah at Richmond Hill, Dwayne has got to shoot, and then I think there's one more in Kennesaw. So, and Jake has his on the I don't have the dates. Anyway, so next weekend, I think Jake's is next weekend, if I ain't mistaken. Let me pull up my calendar. It's just easier to me to pull up the calendar and do my thing than I lie to you or tell you I don't know. I have a calendar. If you want to check out information, you can definitely do the same thing I'm doing right now, is look up the Georgia Archery calendar on www.georgiaarchery.com, and you can find all that information. Yeah, Jake has his shoot on the 14th, Saturday the 14th. So if you're, yes. See, there we go, at Wildwood Park. Jake's in the house. What up, Jake? So, yeah, if you want to, Wildwood Park's where the state championship will be, correct? So if you want to sort of get a layout of what the state championship is going to look like, not saying it'll be in the same lanes, but in the same area, and then you need to go out there and shoot that event, not this weekend, but next weekend. So, and if you need some points, you need to go on and get that Big Creek this weekend and try them out. They have done a lot of work. Big Creek has done a lot of work. They laid some bridges across some water. They've done some different stuff to make their shoot better for the people. Same place as state. Yes, sir. Look at that. I'm going to post it up there big so everybody can see. Same place as state. Randy, what's going on? Make a new post with all the qualifiers. Yes, I was missing a date for the Kennesaw. Look at that. I was trying to figure out when Kennesaw is having their shoot, Randy, so we appreciate that. You can find that on the ASA Federation Facebook page. I don't know if Dwayne's shooting Big Creek Sunday. I haven't asked. He's a stalker. Jake, you thinking you're going to go over there on Sunday and shoot Big Creek? Because I have sort of hem-hawed around about it. I've never been there. If the weather's decent, maybe I'll go down and shoot. Oh, in the morning. What time are you going to be there, Jake? I know it ain't as far from your house as mine, so give me an idea. Beat the heat. I hear you. I haven't looked at the weather. Is the weather supposed to be good on your neck of the woods? Y'all excuse me. I've been sitting here too long. Okay, well, text me because I want to. I may just ride on down there. Who knows? That way I can get back because there's always something I got to do too. It's always something. Last weekend we couldn't go live because I had something I had to. Well, I'll just be honest. My daughter has a job and I am her taxi driver. So last week we recorded early so that I could get there and pick her up from work. But this weekend, it was just me, and I figured, or this week, it was just me, and I figured I could integrate with talk to everybody. So please go and support Big Creek. Participation points, get your best score in. I mean, you can get one of your top fours and be done with it. He set up a great course. I mean, from the past, I've seen everybody set up a good course. Let me see. I think he said 8:30, but see, you ask these questions, we can find out. It just takes a minute for me to 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Jake. So he has both days, Saturday and Sunday. 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. State qualifier. The address, or the address that he posted, is on the calendar. If you've never been there, you can click the calendar on GeorgiaArchery.com, and it has the address, so you can figure out how to get there. Because I've never been there, so I'd have to Google it myself. I hope it's a fun time. Scott, why don't you just dust that bow off and come on over and hang out with us? It's been a while since we shot together. It's hard for me to read this, stare at that, check out everything. So I may be looking on the crooked side of things, but hey, it is what it is. Oh. Chuck, I wish you could too. I really do. I enjoy everybody who gets out and shoots their bow, has a good time. I really do hope that everybody can, enjoy. That's my biggest thing is I grow archery. All week this week I had beginner archery camp at the shop so far, so 2 days so far, and we'll go the rest of the week. And it's been fun to watch those kids that had not shot a bow or really not gotten any instruction. They've sort of either shot at a camp one time or a local something event, but Scott's not scared. That's a long way from being scared, I promise you that. Scott's beat me. I've been there when he did it, so I witnessed it. And if y'all don't think Scott he would judge yardage and still kill it. I know when the Ace hosted a state championship, he showed up to just to shoot for fun and judged yardage, and told me that I did a good job of tricking him on a couple of shots, but the rest of them he had in the bag. Hey, that's what the pencil's for. Man, I carry a pencil everywhere I go. What are you talking about? Not really, but that's a 12. It's pulling the line. In that ASA rule, it's pulling the line. Pulling the line. Oh, I shouldn't go there. You are the guy who calls all the scores on the shoot down. Oh, yeah, but I'm proud of Curtis. He went over there and shot very well for U.S. Archery, and the mixed team is actually him and Ruiz, which are both shooting elite bows. So that's a cool thing. Carry a calculator. Oh, Lord. If you hit 10s is easy. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If you hit 2 more extra, you just got some ups, Erasers. For sure, man. That's why we write in pencil, so we can erase. Curtis is shooting very well. That's a fact. He left with the most confidence I've seen him in an outdoor event or an outdoor shooting in a while. So I'm super proud of him. We'll see what that happens in the shoot down, not shoot down, the elimination rounds. So, but what else is going on? We've been here 38 minutes, and Jake listens to the podcast on the way to work and on the way home. Well, 5 is easy. Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20. $5. I shoot a lot of snowmans, though. I shoot them 8s just underneath the 12 just to make sure that it's gone. Yeah, 5, 10, 50. I can do that on my hands. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's pretty easy. Them 12s, I run out of fingers. Surprised I ain't seen old girls with bows today. She must be eating dinner. We had a decent group of folks watching tonight. Oh, Eric in the half. I hear you in the half, son. Oh my gosh. If y'all can't read that down there. Eric says he takes his shoes off, counts to 20, and then he gets a half. We ain't gonna talk about where that half comes from. Eric, how was the cruise ship, man? Did y'all have a great time? Oh my God, don't even look, Scott, can I partition to see if we can get 14s back into play? What do I gotta do? I want 14s back, man. They're like crack. If you hit the first one, you go. I'm going in for all of them. If you miss the first one, you got to shoot the next one because, man, you missed it. You got to shoot that 14. I know, but I want the Corsican Ram back, so it's got that that 12, that 14 ring that's as big as a Copenhagen can. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna age myself, but Scott, do you remember when the ASA, or not the ASA, the Delta McKenzie plant caught on fire and the scoring rings changed because they didn't have molds? Showed up to the next shoot, which I think was Texas, if I'm not mistaken. I drew back and anchored and aimed and shot at the brown bear, because it had a big 14 ring on it. And I hit it, but those guys go, there ain't no way in heck I'd have shot at that thing. So what are you talking about? As big as the size of, it's twice as big as a regular 12. He said, you might want to look in your binoculars. I picked it up, and it was a whole lot smaller. No, oh, and no. Oh, come on now. It's all in the game. It's a whole lot of fun for sure. But we judged all the yardage back then too. Oh, for sure. Different sizes, different locations. But I drew back and aimed at it just because I knew where it was at, and I just so happened to hit close enough to it. I remember when the black bear had changed with the insert, and you could actually, if you shot a big enough arrow, you could shoot a 14 and a 12 all at the same time in the 10 ring, because you could touch them all right there together. That's when we had connectors. We shot at the connectors lines. Well, Scott can tell you, but I was told one of the reasons it was taken out is because of longevity of the target. When they put inserts in, you could break the insert out, put a new insert in, and you could get, replace your insert and still have your target. But a 14 is not in the insert in 90% of the targets. So you wore out your target a whole lot faster. Coming to Gainesville, yes, sir. The police and fire do have their Gainesville. They do it every year. I mean, Scott can quote me if I'm wrong on that, but I know that was one of the reasons for sure is why they took the 14 out. I have another theory on some of that too, but I'm not going there. Some people didn't like the gap from first to second. I do not have any phase 4s. We haven't had a phase 4 since phase 4 phased out. We sold all our hours before the end of the year, so of the phase 4, and then we had the lift and the lift X. So there may be a couple of places that have a couple of lifts at a discount. I think Wild Bill, he's not in here today, I don't think, but Wild Bill had some lifts, Matthews lifts that he was ready to sell at a little cheaper. Oh well, look like this is the end of my time. I done about drank up all my Kentucky spirits. Y'all can hear the ice. So I want everybody to if you're in the archery world, and you should be if you're watching this podcast, take someone, teach them how to shoot a bow. It will last them a lifetime. Yes, we are 100 days out. 100 days out, Mr. Brown. 100 days out. It's coming fast. If you have not got your bow worked on yet and you know it needs some work, take it to your local pro shop. Your local pro shop, Bobby. Good to see you, brother. Have a good one. I can't see who's in until they make comments, Bobby, so it's good to see you. If you haven't, teach somebody how to shoot a bow. It'll last them a lifetime, man. You'll have a whole bunch of friends that you ain't seen. You make a whole lot more friends because we're nothing but a big family, as Scott said on his video. Come together to help others and do things when some of our family's in trouble, for sure. But if you want to hear this podcast, you can hear it on any of your podcast apps. And if it's not on the app that you use, send me a message on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, X, I guess it is now. Social media, send me a message and I will see if I can get it uploaded to that. Also, you can see it on YouTube. Please go out and like and share the YouTube videos, because it definitely helps with that, getting things going. All ears, baby. Good to see you, Bobby. Sure is. I hadn't seen you in a while. I'm glad you're up and about. So you can hear all of that on any of that. Please check out the website. Go out and look at all the different stuff. I try my best to keep the calendar updated. That's probably one of the most things that's watched or looked at is the calendar. And I try to keep it updated as much as possible. And then as we go to take pictures in different places, we upload the pictures so you can find yourself on the pictures. Most of them are state championship pictures from different state championships, because that's usually where I'm hanging out at, is the state championship. So, yeah. Take someone, teach them how to shoot a bow. It will last them a lifetime. All right. Until next time, I'm Big John. And that's Big John. And that's Big John. And we'll see ya. Oh my goodness. It won't even let me do it. There it is.